We're going to do chambers. You have right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. Now we're going to do valves. You have the right tricuspid AV valve, left bicuspid or mitral AV valve, pulmonary semilunar valve, and aortic semilunar valve up inside the left atrium. Now we're going to do systemic arteries, so everything I'm pointing to will be red. We have the aorta, which turns into the aortic arch. This would turn down into the thoracic aorta behind the heart, but it will not be labeled here. That would only be on a torso model. And then when it comes down here, it's abdominal aorta. The first branch off the aortic arch is the brachiocephalic artery. This then branches into the subclavian artery going off towards the arm, and the common carotid arteries going up towards the neck. This will get renamed. In this area, it becomes the axillary artery. Down here, the brachial artery. This is the humeral circumflex artery. On this side, on the right side, you're able to see the radial artery and the ulnar artery and the palmar arch. Okay, down in the abdomen, again, remember this is your abdominal aorta. You have the hepatic artery, gastric artery, splenic artery, and this is the celiac trunk. This little knob is your superior mesenteric artery. These are the renal arteries, gonadal arteries, inferior mesenteric artery. Abdominal aorta is going to split into your common iliac arteries, which will split again into your internal iliac arteries and your external iliac arteries. This comes down and becomes the femoral artery. Don't forget your femoral circumflex artery. Around here it becomes the popliteal artery. Down here it's the posterior tibial artery. And then you can see the fibular artery on the right leg. All right, now your pulmonary circuit, this blue right here is your pulmonary trunk. It splits into your left and right lungs, and the blue are your pulmonary arteries. And the red in the lungs are your pulmonary veins. Hepatic portal system will all be in purple. It's not quite blue, it's leaning towards purple, and they're all veins. This is your hepatic portal vein, superior mesenteric vein, inferior mesenteric vein, and splenic vein. Okay, now we're going to do your systemic veins, so everything's going to be in the brighter blue. This is your superior vena cava. Down here would be your inferior vena cava. Okay, superior vena cava splits and becomes the brachiocephalic veins. There's a small one on this side and a larger one over here. As it goes towards the head, these are your internal jugular veins. And from the arm, these are your subclavian veins. Subclavian vein is split. This top one is the cephalic vein. And on the bottom you have the basilic, which in this area becomes the axillary vein. And this is your median cubital vein. Remember, this is your inferior vena cava. These are your hepatic veins, renal veins. Inferior vena cava splits to your common iliac arteries, which splits again to your veins. We're all veins. Common iliac veins, which splits again to your internal iliac veins and external iliac veins. This comes down into your femoral vein, down the middle, and your great saphenous vein. Then you have your dorsal venous arch in the foot and your fibular vein on the outside. We also have the suprarenal vein, which is only going to be on your torso or your kidney model. So don't forget torso model, kidney model as well. You might have some questions, but that gets most of them for you. And double check your lab list. No, just in case.
That's good.